How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm doing great, first of all, I must say. Um, I'm chilling. We are in the bed right now, which I love. I've never done a reading, at least like on YouTube, from my bed. So, because it's like 1:30 right now in the morning, but I'm not tired. And I'm also like, you know, the energy you have when you're like, it's time to create, it's time to, you know, do my art, do my passion. And for me, that's this, okay? So, yeah, so I just decided to get set up a little comfy today. I do have a collective reading for us that I've had the download for it for a while. So that's what we're gonna do today. I grabbed a couple of decks because I have like my actual area set up that's not in my room. But I brought like a few decks in here, and I feel like this is gonna be a good vibe. It's gonna be a good energy. I really love the download. It's something that really, you know, is speaking to me, something I feel very personal that I'm going through. So hopefully you guys can relate to it. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get into it. Okay, so yeah, so first of all, let me do my little intro. My name is Aviana. This is Aviana's Ascension. And today we are doing a collective reading. So basically what the collective readings are, they are, basically I get downloads, okay? And the downloads, they just come in whenever Spirit feels like delivering them. And they show up differently. Like usually it's like, I mean, it just depends on the message, how the download shows up. Okay, but basically Spirit will, you know, just give me messages. Sometimes they're long, sometimes they're short. Okay, I'll jot them down and then I will, you know, kind of revisit them and really type them all out. And all the downloads I've done readings for are on my website, which is down in the description box below if you ever want to check them out. The one for this one has not been posted yet, but as soon as the reading's done, I'll post it. But yeah, so basically they're just messages. And yeah, and then whenever I tie them to a collective reading, because not all the downloads have readings attached to them that are on my site, but the downloads that are attached to readings, I just say the downloads and then I will pull cards and expand on what Spirit was saying. Okay. So yeah, so that's what we're doing today. Alrighty, the title has to do with the download. Okay, the beginning of a new era. Okay. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get into the download. This is not, so collective readings, these are basically if you resonate with them, if you like the message, cool. If you don't, that's okay. It's just collective. It's just Spirit talking to me and then I share it with y'all. All right, so that's how it goes. That's what we're doing, and let's get into it, okay? So first of all, this download got completed and got all, you know, brought to me on September 22nd, and obviously we're in 2022. So already the 2222 was very significant. Okay, so for some of you guys, that could mean like there are significant partnerships coming in for you guys. Also, some of you guys, there may be a lot of decisions happening here. Because with 2 and 2, it makes me think of the Two of Wands, right? Where it's like a crossroads, okay? So it's like you choose this path or you choose this path. But either way, the decision is yours, you know? And it's, you know, some of you guys are deciding, you know, I'm going to go down this path or I'm going to go down this path. But either way, you know the decision's a big deal because you know it's going to be, it's like the start of a big slippery slope kind of thing. Like, you know, you start here, you make this decision, and then it all follows based on that one decision kind of thing. Okay. But yeah, so basically the energy was the beginning of a new era. Okay. So this is the download. Let's get into it. All right. Oh, yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Especially subscribe. I am doing a giveaway when I get 500 subscribers. So we're about halfway there. So, okay. But let's get into it. Okay. So this particular download has been coming to me consistently, and now it's ready to be written. I know exactly what kind of download this is going to be. I'm laughing as I write that because they're never how I expect them to be. But this one is different. This one is a story that has already been written, and it's my story. All of us have this story. I believe we all have soul contracts. I'm going to tell my soul story for this lifetime. So when I say we all have this story, I don't mean we have the same one, but we all have something we've come here to do, and it's decided before we get here. And to me, that's what the soul contract is. Like, I believe, and you guys don't have to have the same belief, but, you know, whatever. I believe that before we get here, we, past lives go through things. You know, we have certain purposes that we are here to fulfill, certain lessons we're here to learn, certain things we are here to show the world, good or bad, whatever, it doesn't matter. We're just here to do these things that we've agreed to do, okay? Because, we need all aspects of everything, because if we were just here on planet Earth just to feel love, then we wouldn't appreciate love as much as we do, because, you need the polarities, right? All right, so, okay. Alrighty. Okay. We're meant to go through the things we go through, how we go through them. We all have the ability to do what I've done with mine. While I'm only 24, my soul has been through a lot in this life. When I was younger, I knew things were hard, but it didn't hit me until I was 19. I went through a series of events that tested my strength for a very, very long time. I was not willing to accept that I had to go through certain things. Okay, for me, that's what prolonged my struggle. I know everyone goes through their own experiences differently, but that's what happened to me. I couldn't let things go. I refused to. I clung to my pain, I think, because it's all I knew. I wasn't used to exploring my feelings and facing my deep issues. I was used to wallowing in sadness, bawling my eyes out, screaming, "Why me?" at the universe. Pretty much anything to keep me from really looking at what was going on with me. And when I say that, because like something, like now that I'm away from certain energy that I used to, have cycles with, I can see a lot more clearly that I, for me, it was like I was sad, anxious, depressed, all that stuff. And for me, I was comfortable feeling that way. I was used to being sad. I was used to being depressed or whatever. So then when people would kind of challenge that and say to me, well, that's your choice to be sad. You choose to react in these ways and to let this sadness in. And obviously everyone feels these emotions, but at the end of the day, it's your choice to, linger on them, dwell on them, or to see them, feel them, and let them go. And obviously that comes with practice and it comes with time, but that's kind of what I was saying with this, is that like I was used to being sad. Just like how, this is, maybe a more extreme example, but just like how, okay, got it. Just like how some people are addicted to drinking alcohol, maybe they started it because it was a social thing. Maybe they started it to, maybe they were feeling some type of things and they didn't want to feel it anymore, whatever the reason is, okay? But then they got used to, if something went wrong or if they were stressed out or, maybe just to relax with friends, they would have a drink, So certain negative habits, bad habits, I shouldn't say negative, but like certain comforts for us. For me, it was sadness. Some people it's alcohol. Other people it's whatever. We will go to those things because that's what we're used to going to when we are upset, when something doesn't work out. Obviously, when it's like alcohol, it's a lot clearer to see it's a problem, But when it's sadness or anger or doubt, self-doubt, whatever, it's a lot harder to recognize that you have control over those things. But, it's harder to see your power over these things because they come from within you. So you think it is you when, it's not innately you. You're not innately sad, that's not something you were born just sad, like for me, so I had to recognize that I had the power to choose, if I was going to feel that way, if I was, you know, going to turn to sadness, or if I was going to, you know, embrace what was happening to me and flow with it instead of push against it or reject it or whatever, you know? Alrighty. I'd always been into yoga and journaling when I was younger, but something inspired me to get into it during those dark times. I still have my notebook from back then. Comparing my thoughts from then to now, it's literally not the same person. With the help of some therapy, yoga, journaling, I got my spark back. I continued working on myself without even really knowing what I was doing. And that's an interesting thing to me. I feel like a lot of the times your spirit will know what you need to kind of guide you into the right space, into the right direction. And you'll do these things not even realizing what they're doing for you, you know? Alrighty. I didn't know the power behind breath work and being present with your thoughts. I put in a lot of work to change my life. I kept the grind going and added meditation, crystal healing, sound healing, and tarot to the mix. Even as I write this, I am still in awe at all the soul work I was doing without realizing it. That's how I know I'm meant to do the work I do. Beautiful. I believe my soul's purpose is to help others heal. In order to awaken to this, I had to heal myself first. So for some of you guys are going through certain things, or maybe you did go through certain things in order to teach yourself something or to increase your faith on something, on the ability for something to be able to manifest for you, you know? So like for me, it was that depression and stuff. So like my soul knew, or at least my, you know, the journey I had to go through, whatever, and I'm going to continue to go through, okay? My soul knew that I would not be able to do this. You know, I couldn't get into these cards the way I do if I didn't go through that spiritual process, right? And I had to go through that because of, you know, trauma and pain I experienced. But some of you guys, like, you're healing yourself, you're overcoming a lot of things, you are creating a lot for yourself. And some of you guys, the only thing that kept you on that journey was just the fact of, like, in order for you to be able to, you know, make a career out of it, or make a whole lifestyle out of something, or have an entire faith and belief behind something, you had to really see it for yourself, you know? So for me, like, tarot really helped me, meditation, breathwork, crystals, things like that really helped me. So that's how I want to help people. But if I hadn't been through the things I had to go through and were drawn to these things and healed myself with these things, I wouldn't be able to preach to y'all like I do now. You know what I mean? So yeah, some of you guys are like, and I'm trying to find the better words for it. Like, some of you guys are, you know, being drawn to certain things, you know, and it may not even be on a healing level. Okay, so for some of you guys, it could just be like you are, you know, maybe you're getting into art or getting into music or researching a lot on certain topics or something, not knowing what you're doing, not really knowing why, but just knowing you're interested, you know, knowing that you're drawn to it. But later on in life, however much time down the road, you're going to look back and be like, oh my God, this led to this. And I didn't even know that that was this, you know? So it's like, I don't know. I feel like, you know, you get it. All right. I know I'm not fully healed and I never will be. A Buddhist saying goes, if you meet the Buddha, kill the Buddha. I know it sounds morbid and completely opposite from everything Buddhism represents. What it means, though, is not to trust anyone who says they are all-knowing. No one is all-knowing. There is always room to learn, to grow, and heal. That being said, I had to go through all of that so I would be forced to heal myself in such soul level ways. I had to heal myself I had to lead myself, to meditation, yoga, crystals, and tarot in order to truly believe in it. I believe in what I do because I did it for myself. And that's something you guys are going to be saying a lot to people. I believe in what I do because I did it for myself. Okay? I believe, you know, in this mindset because it changed my life, you know? I believe in, you know, eating this way because it helped me change my life and my health, you know? Like there's something you guys are, you know, really living your life by, but you're not doing it out of fear. Like some people do certain things because they think, you know, oh, well, that's what everyone else is doing. That's what society's doing. That's what's normal in my culture. So that's what I'm going to do, you know. But you guys are doing something because you really, truly live by it. You've done it. You know, you've lived it. So you're not, you know, trying to live this false life. You're living your most authentic life, really. And you're able to spread the word of it because it's your truth. You guys are finding your truth and you're living it, okay? Very beautiful. Very beautiful. And for people that like may look at you crazy, may be like, what? You know, what are you talking about, man? It's just like, you don't even need that. Like, you don't need to engage in that because you know your truth. You know, very King of Swords energy with that. You know, someone who really knows what they're about, knows what they're representing out here, and doesn't need anyone to understand it or get it, like, because they got it, you know? Oh, beautiful. As I continue to awaken to my most authentic self, I see blessings find me with ease. I can recall the concrete moments that have led me to this new life. It took a lot of shedding of old beliefs and habits. It was not easy. I say this for those of you in the midst of this journey, those that are just starting. The times that I wanted to give up. I can never have enough appreciation and admiration for my past self. She fucking did that. And that's why I was saying, like, some of you guys are going to be, you know, looking or like reflecting in the future. Thinking about, wow, my past self, you know, like, it's just like the admiration you have for your past self. Like, for some of you guys, like, you know, this is deep level healing shit, you know? Like, your dedication. I'm wildin' with the amount of comfort I have right now. But I feel like that's the kind of vibe we need with this type of shit, you know? Like, comfortable enough to talk about whatever the fuck you need to talk about. But yeah, like, a lot of you guys are going to be reflecting, like, this is a whole new energy coming in here. And especially with the new moon in Libra, like, that's definitely, you know, the energy we're moving into, absolutely. And, yeah, a lot of you guys are just going to be so proud of your past self for leading you to this new life, to this new energy, to this new vibration that you are moving into. And a lot of you guys, like, it's not like you're waking up one day and you're like, holy shit, where did all this come from? Like, that's not the energy. It's like you guys are looking around and you're like, this is what we were waiting for, you know, me and my past self. You know, and a lot of you guys, like, you're finding so much gratitude, so much happiness before you reach any sort of goal or anything. It's just the energy in and of itself that you're so grateful for, that you're so admirable for your past self for getting you to, and for being able to intuitively know what you needed to get there. Hello, Ruben. I like that name. Not fond of the sandwiches, though, but that's not the same spelling. Anyways, but yeah, that's lit. That's why my blessings find me with ease. See, and that's what I was saying. Like, that's how you guys, like, you guys have this understanding that, like, you had to go through certain things so you could ascend and find your true self. And so that way when you got to that energy, you didn't have to, like, people, opposing energies don't influence you right now, you know, because you're just so amazed and grateful at your own growth, at your past self for being able to help you grow not having the tools or the resources that you have now. Yet look at you and the fact that you got here, you know? Like that's what I'm getting at. All right. But yeah, that's why my blessings find me with ease, because I no longer fight them. When things don't work out for us and we don't let them go, that's us rejecting our blessings. If something is not meant for us, there's a reason. We're settling, and the universe will not let that happen. You decide how long it will take to learn this lesson. You decide how hard those blessings are going to have to fight to come to you. Because, yeah, that's all it is. You know, if, you know, say, you know, you're trying to, you know, make a relationship work with someone that it's, you know, is either not interested or not interested in putting in the effort to make it work. You know, say that's the situation you're dealing with. Then, you know, then it's a waste of time. Because either way you're settling, right? Because you're wasting energy with something that is just not working, with someone who does not want it to work, right? So instead of wasting your energy trying to make a square fit into a round hole, go find you a circle, you know, and make some shit pop, right? Instead of getting frustrated with yourself, with the universe, with that person, remove yourself from the situation and go get something that makes you feel good, you know? Because things that are meant for you do not have to fight to come to you. Right? Once I started accepting that I was in charge of my mindset, it became easier to let go. I let go with grace and ease, which allows my blessings to come to me in the same way. Beautiful. There has been a significant shift in my life this past year and a half. It started with embracing love as the center of everything, understanding that what I put out is what I get back, my perspective is my reality, and gratitude can be found anywhere. Living with these beliefs has allowed me to receive insurmountable blessings. From a new place to live to my business steadily growing, gratitude really is everywhere. And that's exactly what I was saying. You guys are like, there's just steady changes that you've made within yourself, and you're really starting to see the power behind your hard work, behind your dedication to your higher self. Beautiful. I'm telling you all this not to brag, but to spread awareness. All of these changes started happening as I was living with my great aunt, sleeping in a twin bed. I was grateful while I rubbed the knots out of my back, and that's how my life changed. Again, I know it's not easy, but I want you to know it's beyond worth it. From someone who prayed for death to someone who thanks the universe for those dark days, no, I'm not naive to the severity of some situations. That's why I'm pushing the point. You have more power than you know. Use it. You deserve it. Beautiful. And then, so basically the point of it is just to, because I feel like the people who will resonate with this will already be on this journey, you know? But I mean, maybe there will be some people out there who, you know, are just starting out, you know, this transformation, I guess. But I don't know. Basically, it's just like the energy that I can describe with this download is like kind of like sitting in an area or just being in an energy where you're just looking around and you're like, you know, your life is about to change for the better. You know, you did all the work in order for all these blessings to come in, and you're just kind of taking it all in before, you know, it's kind of like the calm before the storm. Maybe that's what I should have titled this, the calm before the storm. But it's just like you guys are taking in, like reflecting on all of the growth, on your past self, on what's to come, and you're reflecting on all the work you did, all the shedding, all the growth, all of the accepting, all of the letting go, all of that. You're reflecting on all of that and just so grateful for what the end result has been, and you haven't even gotten to the end result. You haven't even gotten to the finale, basically. And that's the most amazing part about it, is that there's so much more to come, and you are so grateful that you're just, it just feels amazing. Like truly, truly. All right, so let's get into it though, because I did do some Googling, you know, after I did the download. So let's talk about what I got. So I literally Googled 922 spiritual meaning. It was very interesting. Very interesting. So first of all, what I got, some of you guys, like, based on the things that I got, like, you guys are basically seeing how everything is connected. Like, you're seeing how one thing can lead to another thing. You know, you're seeing how, you know, pain can turn into abundance. You're seeing how, like, some of you guys are even like, it's kind of like how you can like research into different religions and you can kind of see, okay, these all kind of have a similar theme, different stories, but a similar idea behind all of them. And I can see where they're all connected, you know, where they're all similar kind of thing. You know, like you're seeing the connections. You're seeing how, you know, what you do is your reality, and like you're putting the puzzle pieces together is what I'm seeing. Okay, you're seeing how things are connected, everything is one. Very beautiful. Okay, so yeah, I googled 922. So very interesting stuff that I got. So first, let's talk about it. So 922 brought me to, and I may mispronounce some things, I do apologize. I think it's Elul observances. It's a practice from Judaism. Okay, and so, and again, this download will be on my site. So if you want to find the websites I went to for this part, it's gonna be on there. So Elul observances. Elul is traditionally a time of introspection and stock taking, a time to review one's deeds and spiritual progress over the past year and prepare for the upcoming days of awe. Okay, so basically, what that's saying is this is a time where people, you know, look within, look at themselves, look at the growth they've accomplished, look at, you know, all the hard work they've done, and just kind of reflect and, yeah, just kind of review their progress and their growth through the year, which I think is very beautiful, which I think it is a big part of what you're doing, collective, at this time. You know, really looking back at the things you've been through, looking at yourself now and kind of in shock about the growth. Like for me, I know I personally never thought that this energy, this feeling, this vibration was possible for me, especially at this age, you know? And then it says God reinvents himself in creation. So a lot of you guys, and when I say reinvent yourself, or I guess when they say, what I interpret it as, is not necessarily like, you know, a whole, like you're not becoming a whole, I mean, in a way, a whole new person, but it's not a whole new person, really. It's, you're getting back to your true self, right? So yeah, you are getting back to your true self, really, is how I got that. Yeah. So then basically what it is Elul is a time to remember Moses going back to Mount Sinai to ask for God's forgiveness on behalf of Israel. So apparently Israel, you know, this is after Moses had freed them, and I guess they were worshiping a gold pig, I think, or golden sheep or golden calf, something like that, golden animal. And Moses was like, you guys, what, God, you know, we can't worship something above God. What happened? So Moses had to go to the mountain to be like, to talk to God to get forgiveness for the people of Israel. And God gave his full-hearted forgiveness and reconciliation. So it was considered as the month of divine mercy and forgiveness. So I think of that as you guys kind of looking at your past self and not necessarily forgiving your past self, but maybe forgiving yourself for, you know, not having the knowledge, the resources to, you know, not have yourself be put in certain situations, or, you know, maybe there are people that have maybe used you or whatever, and you allowed that to happen, and now you're reflecting on that and understanding, you know, where things went wrong, and appreciating that moment, though, you know, appreciating what that taught you. Because if you didn't have someone, you know, cross your boundaries, you wouldn't even know that was a boundary to begin with, right? So there's always, you know, that silver lining in all situations. So where you guys may have had that forgiveness and understanding for yourself, you may be extending that to others now. Where in situations maybe you just, you know, praised yourself for your strength and appreciated yourself. Now you're extending that to the situation, the person who may have done you wrong, because you understand that if they hadn't done that, if that situation hadn't risen, it wouldn't have tested you in that way. And you wouldn't have had to get that strength. You wouldn't have had to set those boundaries, you know? Alrighty. And then 922 angel numbers. We got angel numbers, okay? And basically the bullet points there was act in love and kindness in all situations, which again is kind of, you know, extending that forgiveness, that understanding to not only yourself, but other past situations, past people. Okay, and also moving in that energy, moving forward, because, you know, that's the high vibration. Incorporate more kindness to remove negative energy. The universe responds to your hard work. Kind and pure actions will always be rewarded. And I feel like that's kind of the energy we're going into. So all that hard work, all that dedication that you had for this healing process is starting to get paid off now, you know? Analyze yourself and your current situations. Look at the situation from an outside perspective. And I feel like that is what you guys are doing is, you know, just kind of, what did they say? A time of introspection and stock taking. Like that's kind of what you guys are doing right now. Just reviewing the past, reviewing your journey, reviewing just everything with gratitude. And I think that's the biggest part here. Okay. All right, that is the download. We can go ahead and get into the cards. All right. Let's start with an oracle deck, shall we? Ooh. Tragic. My cup is messed up. Luckily, though, I didn't pay for it, so. All right. All right, let's get into it, though. Let's go ahead and pray real quick, and then we will jump in. All right. Universe, spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, divine Holy Spirit. Thank you so much for connecting with me today and every day. Thank you so much for connecting me with the collective today and every day. And thank you for connecting me with the collective at this time for my 9/22/22 reading, or download, I should say. Alrighty, at this time, please provide the collective with any guidance, messages, advice, any wisdom you deem fit for the collective to hear at this time. Please allow these messages to be for the collective's highest and truest self, overall well-being, most good, ascension process, sustenance, and the relationships closest to them. Thank you so much for these messages for the collective. Thank you for all that you provide for us, all that you do for us. And thank you for this life on earth. For that, we are forever and truly grateful to you. Thank you so much for using me as a humble vessel to provide these messages for the collective. Thank you for my intuition, my third eye. Thank you for allowing me to hear messages from Spirit. And thank you for this life purpose. And thank you for everything I had to go through in order to tap into this part of myself and to embrace and accept this journey that I am on. Thank you. Allow me to deliver these messages clearly and accurately, and allow these messages to flow freely from me. Allow these messages to have no judgment, no bias, no doubt. Allow these messages to be made of pure love and light. Thank you so much for these messages for the collective. Thank you for all that you do for us, all that you provide for us. And thank you for this life on earth. For that, we are forever and truly grateful. Thank you. Lots of energy right now. We're feeling lots of energy. Okay, so this is a card we will read out of the book. I think that's just a good start, especially for what we're doing. It's very, I feel like Spirit's very tapped in with this, so let's get into it. All right, Spirit, let's get these messages, shall we? Thank you so much. All right, let's see. Okay, create space wanted to pop out here. Create space. Alignment. Yeah, you guys are allowing yourself the space to align here. You're giving yourself the space, which also means, you know, getting rid of anything that is not in alignment for you. So that way the things that are can come in easier and have room. Beautiful. All right, let's see what's going on, Spirit. Give me a card for the collective. All right, we got a couple cards. Okay, so we have 20 soul writing and 32 divine masculine. Okay, some of you guys could be tapping into your divine masculine energy. So we all have that within us. Feminine and masculine energy, doesn't matter. We all have it. Okay, and then soul writing. All right, so some of you guys tapping into your masculine energy within. Okay, some of you guys. Some of you guys are breaking generational curses here, especially like to do with the father figures. Okay. So maybe like you had an absent father, maybe your dad did, maybe there was not a lot of softness. Okay, who knows? It'll be different for all of you, but let's see what's going on. Okay. Oh. Okay, so we have number 20 soul writing. And again, it's the 9-22-22. So more 20s, very good. Okay. We become the stories we tell. You are the author of your story, right? Which is crazy because that's how my meditation, that's how my download started, was with me talking about this is my story. So amazing, first of all. You are the author of your story, write one that inspires you and doesn't let anyone else command the pen. Physical reality is temporary. It is forever changing from one moment to the next. The events and experiences of your life are multidimensional living art. Their purpose and form will shift as your perception of them does. You can view and adjust any stories from your past, present, or future, which I feel like a lot of you guys are doing. Let go of justifying or analyzing the events that become your stories, and lift yourself into a new way of seeing them. Look at the card and imagine you are the angel rising and connecting to the soul light at the top of the pyramid. From this expanded view, you can see all your stories and the facets from a neutral position. A higher perspective will unveil, there we go, and reveal what was previously unknown. You may be surprised, shocked, or embarrassed that the story you have identified with is not what you thought it was. Don't stress. This indicates that the stories are shaking loose and healing is occurring. You are doing so well. You are worthy. You are loved. Ooh, that's beautiful. Yeah, and we have remembrance here at the bottom of the deck too. Yeah, remembrance here. So yeah, some of you guys, and it could have to do with a masculine figure. Okay, so this could be your father, a brother, an old friend, and an ex-partner possibly, that you guys have possibly... And one thing I'll say, like, just because you experience something and then you know, reanalyzing it and allowing yourself to see it from a different perspective does not take away that experience, right? It doesn't mean it wasn't a hard thing to go through or whatever. But when you look at experiences and you allow yourself to look at them differently, look at it from a different perspective, kind of take the baggage off of it, take the emotions, and kind of zoom out and look from all angles, from that person's perspective, that person's perspective, the alien right here, their perspective, everybody. You know, when you give yourself that chance, it allows you to, you know, realize that not everything is so black and white. You know, people have reasons for doing things. It may not be the right thing to do, but they have justifications for their own actions just like you do, you know? So some of you guys, and it could be, again, with a masculine here, are kind of reflecting on things from the past and deciding, you know what? I'm not going to let that story dictate how I live my life or how I approach things in the future. I'm going to look at it differently in a way that empowers me instead of belittles me or weakens me or makes me feel some type of way, you know? So like, for example, you know, okay, I got it. Back when I was like 19 or something, my mom kicked me out of the house or whatever. We went through it. It was a whole thing. And that's kind of what started my, you know, journey of, you know, depression and things like that. Obviously, in the midst of that, I could not see it as any kind of good or any benefit. But now that I've been through it and I've learned what I've learned, I would not, hand to God, I would not change that ever. Every lifetime, if I have to be kicked out of my mom's house at 19 to learn what I've learned now, I'll do it every time. I'll do it every year. I don't care. You know? Like, it was, and that's when your power comes back to you for real, collective, is whenever you can look at a traumatic event or something in the past that you didn't like or hurt you, or if something didn't go the way you thought it was going to go, whatever the situation may be. If you look at it and you're able to see the silver lining, if you're able to see the gratitude, that's when your life will change. Absolutely. Some of you are already doing that, which is why you're able to look at the past, look at whatever, and flip the script and make it empowering instead of hurtful. Very good. All right, let's look into this divine masculine. Let's see what's going on with the divine masculine. We love it. Okay. All right, so we have divine masculine here. The light that supports desires and inspires action. All right. Everything has its purpose. You will not always understand what the purpose of something is. However, it is someone's creation, and that is to be respected. If you don't like it, let it be the inspiration to create something more aligned with your soul's purpose. And that's what I was saying, like, you have to appreciate things that push your boundaries, things that upset you in the past, things that made you stand up for yourself. Because if your boundaries weren't pushed, if you weren't pushed to express yourself in whatever type of way, then you would not have known what you did deserve. You would not have known about that boundary. You would not have known the power of your voice. So that's, you know, if you can't be grateful for something, that's one thing you can always be grateful for, is situations showing you your power and making you stand up for yourself and making you cut people off and making you do whatever you have to do, okay, in order to create comfort for yourself. Okay. You can be your own father by respecting your ideas and providing a way for them to manifest. You are a master of your own making, so now is the time to recognize your inner strength and motivation, and to be a leader of your thoughts and emotions instead of a follower. That's what I was saying earlier. Stand your ground, regain your self-respect, pick yourself up, and dust yourself off. This is not a time to force against or try to control external forces. This is a time for disciplining the way you focus and what you think about so you can create your dreams. And I feel like for the collective I'm reading for, like, that is something you guys are embodying, is the fact that, like, you create your own world. You create your own reality. You have the power here. And whether or not you can control external things, you can't, first of all. Most of the time you can't. But it's not about the external things, it's about how you react to them, right? And I feel like maybe in the past, you didn't have as much control. You didn't have as much faith in yourself to be able to get past certain things. But now you know, because you've been through it. You've actually lived it. So it's a lot easier for you to recognize that power within yourself. And now that allows you to think your past self and be like, bro, I don't even know what we were doing, but look at us now. Like, you know, that's lit. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. I think I'll grab a couple of the Osho Zen Tarot and then we'll get into the other deck. Alrighty. Spirit, messages for the collective at this time. Please and thank you. Messages for the collective at this time. Please and thank you. Yeah, some of you guys are really, especially with Divine Masculine and Soul Writing, you guys are really taking control of your life here. You know, because the Divine Masculine Emperor energy, that's all about confidence, being the leader, being the one who's in charge here, being the one who calls the shots, basically. And with Soul Writing, that's you writing your story, you know? So yeah, you guys are kind of taking control here. I'm hearing Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield. I'm doing great, Chaley. How are you? That's a cute name, Chaley. Like Charlie, but Chaley. Is that right? Charlie, but Chaley. All right, messages for the collective. Thank you. All right, let's see what's going on. Also, have you guys been seeing a lot of numerology lately? Like, Shaylee. Oh, that makes way more sense. Okay. Hi, Shaylee. But like just angel numbers all the time. All the time. Look at this. Success at the bottom of the deck. Success. Beautiful. Because, yeah, you guys are like moving into, yeah, a chapter of success. You're, you know, things are paying off for you. Things are working out for you. And because you were patient. You see that? Patience. You had to be patient for this success to pay off. You know, you had to wait for your flowers. You had to wait for the celebration. You had to wait for the success to come in. But you were very patient with it. And now with receptivity, trust, and the Fool. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Look at this. This is all about trusting in the universe and letting things happen as they need to. Do you see all three of these cards? Open arms. All three of them. All three of them. Ready. Ready to accept your blessings. Because you had that faith and you had that trust. And that's what all that patience was. The universe, you showed the universe that you were patient. Because you did all that healing, all that growth without even knowing what the end result was going to be. You just knew. Some of y'all, you just knew you had to change. You know? Like, you knew that the way you were living, the mindset you were in, whatever, was not, it wasn't good to, like, it wasn't going to be something you could, like, you can't live like that, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And, you know, the universe saw you having your faith and your trust. And some of you guys, that was only in yourself, you know? For me, it was for me. I was the only thing, like I just couldn't give up on myself, you know? Some of you guys, you know, maybe it was only your friends and family that helped you. push through that. But once you realize your own power, that was it. Okay. All right, what's going on for the collective here? There we go. Ripeness. You're ready. Ripeness. You're ready. Okay. So when you're saying ripeness, you know, you gotta wait for the fruit to be ready to be picked from the tree, right? Or else it's not gonna, you know, taste good. It's not gonna be right. And that's what you did with yourself, you know? You took the time to grow, get all your juice how it needs to be, get your color the right color, get the trees right. The sun had to be right, the soil had to be just right, but you were patient with it, okay? Because, and again, I feel like this is something like your soul knew, but consciously you didn't know what was going on, you know? You were going through these changes, this growth, but you didn't know what was happening, right? But with this ripeness, all you knew was that you had to, you know, you had to dedicate yourself to this process, and you did. You know, some of you guys, you knew what was going on, you knew what this was leading to, the benefits of it, but others of you, most of you, I'm feeling, you just, it's like almost like you, like how a caterpillar will start making a cocoon and shit, not knowing what the hell's going on. They just know they have to do it. Or how the sea turtles, when they're born on the beach, they go towards the ocean. They don't know what's going on. All they know is that they're fighting, they're dodging birds and shit, and they are going to that ocean. That's all they know, you know? That's kind of the energy I'm getting with that. Alright. I love this deck. I don't know why I don't use it more. Okay. Oh, I love this. I love this so much. We have courage, strength card here, Leo energy, and going with the flow. This is beautiful. That's what you had to do with this ripeness, you know? So with, you know, the ripeness, you know, you'll see, you know, the other fruits. Which deck is it? This is the Osho Zen Tarot deck. It's very pretty. It's a beautiful deck. You very highly requested. Highly, that's not the word. Highly, that's not what we're focused on. Okay, I'll get distracted. But okay, so with this ripeness, you know, you'll see other fruits falling, right? You know, say you're this, let's say it's a plum. It looks like a plum. I like, it's probably an apple. Let's say you're this apple. And like you're on the tree, you see the other apples falling, and you're like, dang, like I want to fall, like I'm ready to go, I'm ready to be ripe and eaten, and like I'm ready to, you know, live my purpose like an apple is doing, to be eaten, you know? But you had the courage to go with the flow, right? You had the courage to do what felt right, to go against the grain. You know, this is going against the grain here, absolutely. A flower growing in concrete. You had the courage to move towards that life. You had the courage to sprout when you were ready. Okay, going with the flow. You know, some of you guys, like, you know, maybe you saw other people, you know, their business was blowing up before yours. Maybe they got married before you did. Maybe they got their dream car, their dream house before you did, okay? There could have been some moments where you're like, dang, I wish that was me, I wish that was me. But for most of you collective, you knew, maybe not entirely what was happening, but you knew that there was something great coming for you. You knew that you were in the cooking process, right? You were in the cooking process. Okay? So imagine you're an amazing Thanksgiving meal, right? But you got, you know, some McDonald's over here, some Taco Bell there, some Pizza Hut there. And you're like, dang, all these people are eating already and I'm not even done being made yet. You know? But it's like, but in the back of your head, you're like, well, I mean, I guess I am an 18-course meal. And I guess, you know, those are just dollar burgers. So I guess if you really think about it, obviously my process is going to take longer to come. My process is going to take longer. So, you know, you knew that. okay? And some of you guys, that courage to go with the flow was the courage to not listen to that negative voice in your head, not let yourself, you know, not listening to self-sabotage, basically, you know. You had the courage to, you know, follow the path that you needed to follow. That's beautiful. And you know what you get for that? Abundance. Hello. You get abundance. Chilling, relaxing, kicking it, feeling good. New vision. Abundance is clear to you now. And some of you guys, ordinariness, that abundance is in the most plain things now. Like, some of you guys, that's how you really know that your life is changing, is because you find gratitude in the simplest things now. Where before you would find pessimism in the simplest things, you know? Okay, so we have integration and patience here. All right, we saw patience earlier at the bottom of the deck. This is something you guys have definitely had a lot of patience. A lot of patience for these blessings to come in. A lot of patience. Absolutely. And then we have integration. So yeah, things are coming together for you, but you are being patient here. You're being patient for things to come together for you, for things to blend together. Okay, because this is all about, you know, the yin and the yang coming together, opposing energies coming together, right? So for some of you guys, that's kind of like the next step for you, is how to kind of more seamlessly blend your highs and your lows, you know? Like embracing the sad days as much as you embrace your good days, okay? We do have guilt here and success. So some of you guys may be feeling guilty about the blessings that come in for you for some reason, for some of you. Yeah, some of you guys, it could be like kind of like imposter syndrome. Like you think you don't deserve it for some reason. And again, like just as much as we may be used to being sad or something, we may be used to adversity as well. So you want to make sure you're accepting these blessings just as easily as you, not easily, but just as willing as you are to face challenges, that's as willing as you should be to face your blessings and accept them. But yeah, you're waiting for things to come together here. There's so much ease with this feeling, you know? Like, you know that so much beauty and blessings and abundance is coming your way, that the energy you have until it gets here is very calm and very peaceful. Because it's like, you know that, you know, you're finalizing some things. You're crossing the T's, dotting the I's, getting everything just so that when these blessings come in, you are ready, you know? That's why you're being patient, because you are more, yeah, you are more aware of how the universe works. You have more faith in the universe and the divine. So when things do take a while to come in, you know that it means it's not ready. Very good. All right, and then we have isolation and trust here. So yeah, you guys are having more faith and trust in being alone. You're not so scared of it anymore. Your guys' trust in the divine is very, very strong at this time, because even though this does look like a very scary card, you know, the guy's crying or whatever, you guys, like, you leap into it with open arms, you know, no matter what the divine may be throwing at you or whatever the situation, however things are presenting themselves, you are accepting it all because you've been through so much in the past, and look at where it's led you now, that there is no room for doubt. How could you? Like what I was saying with my thing, with my download, like some of you guys have been through some things that there's no room for doubt because you've lived it, you know? And yeah, we have aloneness and abundance here and guidance. Beautiful. Because some of you guys know that your aloneness, this is a Hermit card, Virgo. Some of you guys that know that your aloneness is what leads you to abundance. It's what led you there before, you know? And you know that it'll just get better and better and better. All right. What else here for the collective? We have celebration and adventure. Ooh, I love it. Yeah, things are heating up here. Celebration, adventure. Lots of fun times here. Just having a good time, enjoying life, enjoying the simple things in life too. You know, these people are dancing in the rain, right? And then with adventure, you notice that's a child, right? Some of you guys are looking at the world with a childlike view now. You know, now you do want to dance in the rain. You're not annoyed that it's raining, you know, but now it's a fun activity for you to partake in. You know, that's what you're looking at the world like now. A whole different vision, a whole different view on life. And then we have consciousness here at the bottom. Yeah, you're awake. Beautiful. Some of you guys, though, you want to make sure... Sorry, I need to stretch. Oof. You want to make sure, because we do have the miser right behind consciousness. You just want to make sure that you're not like... Because you know how some people will think that because they are all, you know, love and light or whatever, that they're better than others. And it's like, no one's better than anyone. Some people, that's part of their journey, you know, not being into, you know, whatever you would consider spirituality, I guess. But just because you are doesn't mean you're better than anyone, okay? Some of you guys understand that and get that, but I just say that for some people. Some of you guys, you're about to meet someone here. We have the Lovers, existence, and possibilities. Okay. New love possibly for some of y'all coming in. Others of you guys, I'm just seeing that matters of the heart, things that you are very connected to emotionally on a soul level, you're realizing you can manifest those. You're realizing your power when it comes to not only healing and growth, but also manifesting your dreams and desires. And that allows you laziness and breakthrough. This laziness card is good because it talks about having everything you need and being able to chill and kick back, right? Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, let's get into another deck, shall we? All right, we're going to use the Modern Witch Tarot. We'll probably just get a couple cards out of this one and then close it out with an oracle. All right, thank you guys for watching. I know this is a different vibe, different energy. I don't normally do readings this casually, but I'm kicking it. I'm having a good time. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages for the collective. We have the Devil, the Seven of Swords here. Interesting. Page of Swords. Some of you guys, when it comes to, you know, negativity, toxic ties, things like that, and that can be your own issues, you know, your own issues, but you are no longer, like, you can spot them a lot easier now. and move a lot, maneuver around them a lot better now. Okay, I shouldn't say maneuver around them, but maneuver through them. You can get through them better now. Because you don't want to get around stuff. You want to go through it so that way you don't have to repeat it. Alright, let's see. It is almost 3 a.m. That is so crazy. Alright. 8 of Wands here. 9 of Wands. Knight of Swords. Things are happening quickly. Things are happening very, very quickly. Alright, let's see what's going on here. I am obsessed with this right now. The Empress. Are we joking? And also we have the divine masculine on the board already here. Yeah. And then we have the Hanged Man, the 10 of Pentacles, the Death card, Ace of Swords. Yeah, some of you guys, especially if it has to do with family, are seeing something you're seeing something clearly. You're seeing something in a different perspective here. Especially if it comes down to family, okay, with the divine masculine, the divine feminine here, okay, there's definitely something going on with family or maybe with love and relationships. You're having a lot of realizations here, okay, yeah. And then we had Death in the 10 of Pentacles, Scorpio. There's something with your family collective that, like, it could have been a generational curse, okay? A cycle that ran in your family, but it's coming to an end here. Okay, somebody is seeing something clearly. Somebody is seeing something for as it really is, okay? It could be with the mom, with dad, whatever, it doesn't matter, but that brings in a lot of abundance though. You know, it helps you free yourself, free your family from, you know, from cycles that, you know, y'all were stuck in. Alright. Yeah, we have the Tower and the Hanged Man still at the bottom of the deck. So some of you guys, yeah, some shit's being revealed here for sure. Okay, with the Tower and the Empress. Some of you guys, you may be shocked at the amount of blessings that come in here, but for most of you, I'm feeling like a lot of you guys, what led this cycle to happen, or maybe for some of you guys, how you know that you're on this path is, it's, whoa, see, yeah, it's going to come out of nowhere for some of you guys. But, what was I saying? I don't remember, but, yeah, this is like, some of you guys, it's like, you're finding out, like, something you thought was the truth is not. Some of you guys, it could be in regards to your mom or your motherly figure, or maybe like your grandma, your great-grandma, like a matriarch. Okay. We have the World card. Yeah, this, okay, so this is something that, yeah, allows a cycle to come to an end here. It brings something full circle here. And then with the Two of Wands here, it puts a decision. It opens up for something to come in, for a decision to be made, for a new chapter to be started. Yeah, I just feel like someone's either dropping a bomb. It doesn't necessarily have to be bad, but I feel like there is something shocking coming about this Empress, okay? And it doesn't have to be family, but I don't know. I feel like it's like family. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, it's not necessarily bad, though, because it kind of... It's not... Okay. it may come out, it may seem shocking, it may seem bad, but it frees everyone from this cycle that allows everyone to start feeling like they have more power over themselves. New opportunities come in. Okay, so whatever it is. Okay, yeah, we have the Page of Cups. So yeah, it's a surprise, it's a shock. Okay, for those that knew about this, they thought it would never come out. Okay, but we do have the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Wands, the Ten of Cups. Yeah, it allows a new cycle to begin, new energy to come in. We have the Ten of Wands. It allows people to walk away from heavy burdens. Yeah, the Chariot. Whatever this Tower is, it really frees up a lot of energy. Okay? Yeah, we have the Two of Swords, the Three of Wands. Whatever this Tower is, so for those of you that were being indecisive, not wanting to see something for as it is, it gives you the confidence to move forward. It gives you the confidence to move forward towards something. It allows new opportunities to come in. Tell me more about this Tower. Okay, we have the Five of Swords. Okay, so whatever this is, it's making... Okay, so whoever this Empress is, okay, and it doesn't have to be family for all of you. It's different for all of you, whatever this is, but it allows people to see this person differently. Okay, it allows this person to kind of be seen as what they are, what they truly are. Okay, so for some of you guys, the Empress, this can be like, this can be a family member. This can be like your mindset on wealth and abundance for yourself. Tell me more about the Empress. Whatever this is, so we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is something that took a long time to come out or come to light here. But we have the Sun, the Fool card, the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, it frees a lot of people or yourself or whoever from a feeling of not having enough. It frees a lot and it restores balance here. So whatever that is for you, collective, it comes out very harshly, possibly comes as a shock, but it allows you to move forward. It allows you to end a cycle. It allows you to move into a whole new thing. I feel like this is someone or something that has a lot of power here with the Five of Swords. And that power, there's a power dynamic here that's getting shattered, okay? It took a while to happen, but honestly though, low-key, this may sound insensitive. It's really giving Queen Elizabeth energy, right? So that's like a big thing, right? Like she's like the freaking head of the monarchy or whatever. And she died. That, to me, and it's all due respect here, right? But it's coming out how it's coming out, right? But basically how this is showing up to me right now is like what Queen Elizabeth's passing symbolizes to me, because, you know, we all know that British is the poster child for colonization, right? Not the good brand you want to be known for, right? So her passing kind of, to me, symbolized the beginning of a new world, right? Obviously, I'm aware there's still a king, you know, King Charles is, you know, next in line. Like, I'm aware that it's not done, but what she symbolized, how long she was queen, you know, that's kind of the energy I'm getting here, you know. It's a new energy coming in because someone got taken out, because someone got taken off their pedestal. Yeah. Anything else here? All right, we'll probably wind it down here. Yeah, we have the Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups, the Hermit. Beautiful. It's allowed this softness to come up. It's allowed a moment of reflection, of deep reflection on the emotional, subconscious level, where that might not have been welcomed before in the past. I don't know what this is, but whatever this is, something gets, taken off of its pedestal, whether a person or an idea, way of living, whatever. And it frees everyone up to move forward, close out cycles, and go deep within, where they may have been a little too scared to before. All right. All right, collective. We are going to get one last card from the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle, and then that'll be that for this little chill vibe we got going on here. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for hanging out with me. It is always so fun to do this, especially the collective readings. I love the collective readings. It's just a vibe. It's just a vibe. Especially in the bed. I love that my stand stood the whole time. Very good. But yeah, I'm proud of you, collective. This is good stuff. This is very good stuff. Very good. Alrighty. Alright. Ooh, if anyone has good ideas on how to stretch your neck out, please help. Alright, that came out immediately. I love it. I love it. It's 31 magic, which is 4. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's make the circle align. Kind of. Okay. Okay. First of all, I can't see. Alright, 31 magic. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment, to move toward possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestation. Magic. That's beautiful. And that's what I'm saying, like, that's definitely where we're moving. Absolutely. And I immediately turned to it too. I love that. All right. I'm going to read from the book, and then I'm going to go to bed because it is almost 3 a.m. Okay. Magic. Oftentimes, what we consider to be magic is simply that which we cannot explain within the parameters of our existing belief system or reality. If we haven't seen something before, or we were never taught that something could exist, then it must be magic if we clearly experience or observe it. Magic could be described as the explanation we give something we perceive as real, even though science has not been able to provide or explain it yet, and our mind struggles to accept it. Throughout history, humans have had a profound fascination with magic and a deep fear of it as well. Magic holds seemingly unseen and unknown possibilities that can be of immense value. Yet our lack of understanding and control makes us fearful of it. We assign great power to it, described in countless fairy tales, myths, and legends, in which magicians, sorcerers, witches, and wizards play a significant role. Perhaps our deep fascination with magic is our unconscious desire to alter our existing reality and expand beyond our current state to become a much grander expression of who we really are. Magic helps us believe that anything is possible, even the things that seem impossible or make no sense. Magic is another word for manifestation. What is clear is that magic requires a deep and unwavering intent and conviction on the part of the magician. An uncertain and questionable abracadabra would simply not do. Changing our reality starts with a deeply rooted belief that we can. When we are deeply connected to ourselves and to Source, our presence is without doubt. This solid connection is the secret power of all great sorcerers and wizards who, based on their conviction, intention, and trust, are able to perform great magic. Purples are a combination of red and blue. Purples are associated with the third eye chakra and the crown chakra, representing our psyche, representing our psychic extrasensory abilities, as well as our mysterious connection to Source. It is why they have been associated with magic and mystery throughout history. The center of the activation represents our radiant core, which is strongly anchored into that source and facilitates our ability to perform our magic with great power and energy. The transparencies represent the vague and elusive spiritual world in comparison to our solid and form-based physical world. All right. And we have the crown chakra right here, realization right here, emergence right here, third eye right here, and conception. Oh yeah, y'all are definitely working on manifesting shit out here. Ooh, look at this empowerment card. And then prosperity right behind it too. Yeah. Let's look. Because look, you have your crown chakra, realization. So yeah, you guys are realizing things, becoming closer to spirit, realizing your connection with Source, realizing your power. And then we have emergence. You are forming into this power, forming into your higher self, embracing this. And then we have third eye, conception. That's you manifesting, bringing things into reality. First you envision it, and then you bring it in. And then with compassion, then you have gratitude for it. Beautiful. All right, collective, that is our reading. That is it right there, okay? I have recently done some love readings, so definitely check those out. Those are timeless, by the way, so you guys can watch them whenever. I will be doing the October reading soon, so keep an eye out for those. If you want more content, definitely check out my Facebook and Instagram. That's all down below with my website. If you'd like a personal reading, I do provide them as well. That's all on my website. There's different prices as well if you want different experiences. All right, collective. Thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to go to bed now. Bye-bye.